I just want to start this video off by saying thank you. Thank you for hitting play. Thank you for coming into my kitchen, and thank you for coming into my home. I'm super excited about this video. One reason is because this is the launch of my YouTube channel. I've been over on Instagram, I've been cooking, doing Instagram stories, posting pictures on my feed, and I've been getting a lot of DMs. Y'all been sliding in my DMs, and I've been listening. People asking me questions, people actually encouraging me and wanting to see more. So I thought if you want to see more, let's go on over to YouTube. So this first video is going to be all about essentials. And when I say essentials, I mean your essential seasonings that you must have in your kitchen in order to turn your meals around. A lot of times with busy moms, we're either in the home working or outside of the home working. And you know, it can just be a routine. Things can get boring. It can be to whereas you just cooking peas and macaroni and cheese and chicken and you doing the spaghetti the next day, and it can get real repetitive. A lot of times in families, we get in a routine and we kind of stay in it. So one thing that I wanted to do for my own family is find a way to kick up our meals and to just pique the interest of my husband and my kids. I've been married for almost 10 years this year. I have 2 boys. I am a boy mom. Yay, boy moms. And I have an 8-year-old and a 1-year-old. So my point was to specifically make them want to request a meal that I have cooked, or a side, or just a special something. So that's a goal of mine that I've been working on for the past couple of months. And so far it's been going good. So that's why I wanted to bring you this video to let you know what you can do to kick up those meals a notch. Now, one thing that I found myself doing when I grocery shop now is that I go down the seasoning aisle a lot. I get super excited going down the seasoning aisle. I love trying new seasonings. I love to see what's out. I just love to get creative with it. So I'm going to bring you some of my top seasonings that I use in my kitchen and that I really do suggest that you do too. So the first thing on my list, I'm not going to talk about it too long because I'm pretty sure if you're a seafood house, just like my house is, you already have it in your kitchen. Especially being here in Houston. Houston is big on Cajun culture, big on seafood. We've been living here for almost 4 years now. We moved down from Memphis, Tennessee, and we've been loving it so far. And one thing that we've been loving about it is the crawfish, is the crab cakes, is the regular crab legs and the fried shrimp and the Cajun pasta. I can go on and on and on. But one thing I can say that when I do cook seafood in my home is that Old Bay is a staple. You have to have Old Bay if you're cooking seafood. But it's not only for seafood. You can use it for your poultry. You can use it on your sides. You can use it in your pasta. So this is a way that you can not only use the Old Bay for your seafood, but you can translate it to your other dishes, and it can be a good surprise on the dinner table in the evening. Next, what I want to say is, also here in Houston, a big plus is that we are a melting pot of cultures. It's very diverse here. You have so many different cultures and so many different people you can take something from. So I do make it a point when I am grocery shopping, I like to go down the international aisle. I like to see what's there. I like to get my wheels turned and see what I can figure out and what I can make up for my home. So one thing that I have taken advantage of is Goya. Goya and Fiesta are 2 staples in my home far as seasoning brands. They are absolutely great far as the packaging, the volume that you get for the price, and just the seasoning mixes. So 2 of the seasonings that I use a lot is the Goya Sazonado. And you know what? It's funny because my husband, he kept telling me how to pronounce this word, and I was doing it, and I knew it. I said, as soon as I get on camera, it's going to be an epic fail, and it was. Y'all, please don't hold me to the fire to this. I'm trying my best, but this is some really great seasoning. I picked this up from Walmart not too long ago, and actually on the seasoning, it says like you can rub it on meats and poultries. It's a total seasoning, perfect to pull everything together, and so far it hasn't disappointed. Another one is the Saison Goya mini packages. One thing about this, use this last. Once you have seasoned either your meats And actually, I did a seafood skillet not too long ago, and I used this in it, and it just tied everything together, and it gave a great color. But you don't even need the whole package. You can do half, and that'll work. So next on my list, I am going to do, let's see. Oh, we're going to do the seasoning packs. Now, seasoning packs, I know you see them all the time. You got the meatloaf, the guacamole, the fajitas, but I try to do the different ones. So one thing that I do love about being in Texas is H-E-B. H-E-B has a lot of different seasoning brands, a lot of different marinade brands that I've never seen before, and they have such a great variety. And so that's one of the places that I do love to go to and kind of go down the aisles and kind of see what I can find. And so one thing that H-E-B does have is this Victoria Taylor seasoning. I don't know where this come from, and I can't say if I found it at Kroger or not. I can't remember, but I know for a fact it's at H-E-B. I've been using these seasoning line for a while now in some of my dishes, and it has worked wonders. The seasoning packs, I wanted to put this on my essentials because it is so uncomplicated, and it takes the thinking and the guessing out of trying to combine your own seasonings. You can get a seasoning pack, but you don't even have to use it just for what they say that it's for. You can use it on your sides, you can use it on salads, you can use it on fries, you just get creative with it, use it on your meats, and you can hit a home run with it. Not too long ago, I used a chicken teriyaki seasoning pack on salmon and veggies. I put it in my crock pot, added some rice to it. I threw some of the seasoning from the pack into my rice, and it was a great meal. I loved it. So that is just a great example of how you can use a seasoning pack for something else. You can use a seasoning pack to amp up your meals, and you don't have to, and it takes the fuss out of it. It takes the thinking out of it. Like I said, we're busy moms, we're in and out, we're getting kids ready, and the last thing we want to do is spend an hour in front of our seasoning pantry trying to figure out what to put together to make a great meal. Next on my list is kind of similar to the seasoning packs, but I would say they're like specialty seasonings. They're combination seasonings, I would more so say that. So two of the seasonings I've been loving so far is by Mccormick. And Mccormick, they have a really great line of different seasonings. This is the all-purpose Mccormick seasonings. Actually, it's 3 in the combination. I have 2, and one thing that I do want to do is get the third one. I can't remember exactly what the third one is mixed with, but I do have these 2. We have the Himalayan pink salt, black garlic, and pepper. If you can see that, I'm doing my Vanna White right here. And then I have the garlic, onion, black pepper, and sea salt. Hopefully that's a good picture for you guys. You can see it real good. All right. And so these 2 I've been using religiously. They have a great seasoning mix. They are great on, like I said before, poultry, seafood, and sides. So this is another way that you can take the guessing game out of preparing your meals in the afternoon. Okay, y'all, so this is the last on my essentials list. And this is something that I like to go to when I want to add something sweet to my meats, and I can mix it with heat, I can mix it with lemon, I can mix it with lime, and this is something called honey. Can y'all see real good? Okay. So the brand of honey doesn't matter, whichever brand you use, girl, whatever floats your boat, do you. But as far as the honey, like I mentioned before, I just love it on my poultry, and I love it on my seafood. And like I said, I can mix it with lemon and lime, and I can kick it up with some heat, black pepper, cayenne pepper, and it can always be a go-to when you're kind of stumped with what you want to do as far as seasoning goes. Always go to honey. And another benefit that honey does have is that it's a natural sweetener. You can use it in your teas. But one thing that I do use it in, that I've been using for a while now, is this drink that I've been making. 6 to 8 ounces of warm water, a splash of lemon, 1 tablespoon of honey, and also I like to use some apple cider vinegar. And so let me show you real quick the brand that I use. It's called Bragg's, and you've probably seen it before in the grocery store. This is a huge bottle because we use it a lot. And one thing that I've used it on recently is cleaning my chicken. You know, so like I said, apple cider vinegar has a lot of benefits, not only just health-wise, but also cleaning-wise. And it's just something that I've been using lately. It's been working really great for me as far as my energy level, and also helping clear some congestion that I've had from my sinus. So this is the end of the video. I just want to say thank you all for watching and staying with me throughout. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also comment below. Let's have a conversation about what you use in your kitchen. Let's talk about some of the things that I've mentioned if you're using it. Vice versa. Let's just have a great conversation. Let's just have a great community chat. And I have a lot of great content planned for 2019 that I want to bring to you all. Be sure to check me out on Instagram. I really love doing my Instagram stories, so you really won't be disappointed with those. And I have the link below on some of the products that I've mentioned. So I am _@HumblyDope. That's where you'll find me on Instagram. And thank you for stopping in, and I'll see you next time.